Are you afraid?
Always.
What is scary to me is that my wife is so enthralled with footy.
What would scare me is that he is so into housework, except then I don't have to do it.
Well, you can help. You're in the front room. This is the Scary Shit Show.
Yeah.
Is that the way you say it? Is that right? Scary Shit Show or the Scary Shit
Scary
Show?
Shit, comma, or Scary Shit space show.
Scary Shit Show. Because when I say it, that sounds...
It sounds like it's a shit show.
Yeah, like a shit show. No, it's not a shit show. This is a scary show.
Shit that's scary show. Bad grammar scares me.
As a child, a lot of things scare you, and that it sticks with you into your adulthood, and some things you overcome.
Yes.
For instance, I was afraid of not the dark in my room necessarily, because my parents would leave the door open. We weren't one of those families like when you watch TV. There's always, okay, good night, and they like lock the door.
No. My parents always left the door open.
The door was always open.
Yeah.
You could kind of see the glow of the television or the glow of a nightlight in the hallway, or if someone went to the crapper late
You
night.
can hear Dad snoring.
Right. You know, or having, we'll just leave
just
that
snoring.
there. That's scary. But you always thought there was a guy or some sort of monster or ghost under the bed. Most kids did. I kind of got over that because I kept looking under there and I go, there's nothing there. And I had a really bright nightlight on my radio that really lit up the room. In my house, I used to play in the basement, and I was good with the area where the wash tubs were and the washing machine. And I was good with the main area and around the bar. But as you came around the bar, my father had a workroom.
Dust scares him.
And he always locked it with one of those little hook things from the outside.
The hook latch, yeah.
And it was just kind of a creepy room. There was this big oil tank from when the furnace used to run off oil, and that was still there. So there was spiders and cobwebs, and it was a raw room, just wood. You could see the joists and tools and saws and skitty stuff. I used to work in there, but once I turned the light out, I used to bolt, because it was one of those lights you had to pull.
Right.
Didn't have the switch. So you'd pull it and I'd bolt.
Did you always feel like there was someone behind you?
I always had this anxiety. So between that room, getting that thing locked, and then you'd be like all jumbly. Then I'd hightail it up to the stairs, and then there was another scary part of our basement. Underneath the stairs, my father had built an enclosure for storage, so you could stash stuff under the stairs.
Or people.
And there wasn't a light in that little storage area, and he made a door on that as well with a sliding lock. So you could keep the monster, the boogeyman, in that storage area. But sometimes you'd have to go in there. Where did you put my Tonka truck? It's in the storage area. And
like, never mind.
You'd have to open it, and there was no light.
Mind.
Even during the day, there was no light, and you couldn't see in there.
Never mind.
And those crappy flashlights we had, my mom never bought batteries. The flashlights were always at about 15%.
Yeah.
We used to have a nice little wall, half wall, to go up the stairs with, but Mother wanted a wrought iron railing. So when she put that in, then the guy, the boogeyman, could grab your leg as you're running up.
She set you up, didn't she?
Getting up those stairs past that landing, which was about 7 or 8 stairs, I used to do 3-4 stairs at a time. I mean, I was sprinting. That was scary to me.
Growing up, I always felt that our house was haunted. And nobody else in my family noticed anything or admitted to anything. And maybe I'm just one of those people that could notice things. I constantly felt like there was something malevolent in the basement. I hated being down there by myself. I would run up those stairs and slam the door. And I would also notice that sometimes people, when they were in the basement by themselves, their personalities seemed to change. Upstairs, there was, I believe, a different spirit, and there was something a little more playful, like it seemed childlike. But it actually followed me from one bedroom to another bedroom when I changed rooms as my sister went to college. And I would get poked and slapped in the middle of the night. I would be held in bed. I would hear giggling, all kinds of things. At the point where my parents were selling their house, I went to clear out all the closets one day. I was there during the day by myself, and I actually saw a vision of a 12-year-old boy. And now Rick has abandoned me, and I find that scary. Oh, here he comes.
No, I'm checking for monsters. That's what I'm
very
doing.
nice.
I'm checking for monsters. We're actually in the lower layer of our home.
We're in the dungeon.
And this is where there could possibly be a boogeyman.
Animals sense a lot of things. And we have had dogs the entire time we've been in this house, and never has a dog ever alluded to seeing anything, feeling anything.
I'm not doing this.
Yes, you are.
I am not.
Your balls are moving you.
No, I'm having a bowel movement.
Yes, you are.
Oddest thing is my lovely wife, Milo, my own person, Yoko.
Noko.
She watches these creepy shows. The paranormals, the paralegals.
Not the paralegals.
I mean the paranormals.
The paralegals are you, that's Law and Order.
That's Law and Order, that's me, yeah. She watches all this creepy stuff. She likes the ghost stuff, like guys that will go in and there's a ghost in our house, and then they got that guy that comes in with the walkie-talkie. We're in the basement, it's very dark, and there's a ghost. No, that's my friend. That was just my wife. You like to watch that stuff?
I like to watch that stuff because they are investigating people who are having experiences that I had growing up, where nobody else believed me, nobody else had any kind of reactions to anything, and I would hear footsteps in the attic. I would see lights go on and off. Nobody else saw this. Nobody else experienced anything.
Could have been a badger up there.
And I just felt like I was kind of crazy growing up, that I just had to deal with it because nobody else was realizing anything. Now, what happened recently?
What?
We were talking about a house when we were searching to buy a home. There was a home that we looked at, and the minute we walked into this house, I looked at Rick and I said, "We're not buying this house. Somebody died here." And lo and behold, the friends I'm telling the story to, they knew exactly which house I was talking about, and they said, "Yeah, someone drowned in the pool in that house." I don't want to talk to the dead. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm not trying to experience any of that. I just want to be left alone.
But you have sort of experienced it.
Right, and I don't want to experience it again.
What's that?
Shut up.
I myself am dying to see a ghost.
Please do not say that in our house. Say it outside.
Okay.
I'm going to sage you.
Well, I thought you would want to go see that.
No, I don't, because here's the other thing. When you start messing with that stuff, and they can attach themselves to you and come back here.
How'd they do that?
They're spirits.
Yeah.
They can do anything.
See, that's why I drink a lot of bourbon. It fends it off. It's just, God, this guy stinks. Get him out.
I mean, spirits can jump you and be inside your body and come back here.
See, I don't believe in that.
Well, I do, and that's why I'm not doing it.
You know, I long to see a UFO or a monster or a cool-looking robot that's like supposedly killing people.
An alien.
And I could stop it. And I went out to Bachelor's Grove, and I took Kat there about 8 years.
Now, this is a cemetery that is supposed in Illinois that is supposedly very haunted.
Fact being, I went there in 1973 as a teenager because that was a big thing, and even my sister in the 60s was very aware of Bachelor's Grove, and we've always heard this myth when I was a little kid. Bachelor's Grove, it's scary, it's haunted. It wasn't like, cemetery, this way. You know, it didn't have like a big rotating sign.
Didn't have a big, like, marquee. Dead people, this way.
Very Beetlejuice. We found the place, and we didn't have Google. You couldn't go on iMaps or anything and see the layout of the place. So we
didn't have phones.
We saw there was a bit of a driveway that you could pull into. Very dark and covered, and this night it was very foggy. So we look and we go, that's a narrow driveway, very narrow. We said, let's back it in. Here's some footage from Bachelor's Grove. All right, here I am at Bachelor's Grove. The entrance right here. And the last time I was here was 1973. And at that time, this Midlothian Parkway, which actually, when it goes farther west, turns into 143rd Street. This, as I remember, was a two-laner, and there was actually a driveway here. The curb was cut away, and you could drive into Bachelor's Grove right here. It's kind of creepy because I thought there'd be more people around, and there is someone in there. I hope they're not zombies. Kind of odd at this new entrance, which I don't remember the cyclone fence being here. There used to be a wrought iron arch, but I thought it was more on this forward section here. And the very first time I came here, we backed our cars in, I believe probably to where that grass ends and those bushes start. I think that's where the arch may have been, because there was really no place to turn around. And I don't know, there may have been graves here, but somebody knows the markings here. But very eerie forest around here. As you can see, they have several trails, and I'm not going in there. Now we're leaving. See, I think this is where the arch was, right here. Kind of an entrance of sorts, but nowhere to park. This was narrow. I thought I saw. I feel like someone's watching me. Thought somebody was following me. Here we are towards the end of our Bachelor's Grove segment. It wasn't that scary, was it? Daytime.
Daytime, no.
I have to tell you that I went in there by myself, and I got about 3/4 of the way in, and then I see these two ladies come out of the woods. All right, it was.
And what did you think at first? They're dead.
No, I just
You thought that.
I thought, well, one of them had a cane and the other one had a stick, and I'm thinking these ladies are going to murder me. They're murderers. By doing some of the research, there were originally 82 plots. Mm-hmm. At Bachelor's Grove. I'm not sure how many people were really buried there, because they said that some of them may have not have been filled when the whole town cleared out. When I was there in the 70s, it seemed like you couldn't really tell because it was nighttime and we couldn't see that well. And I know one of the graves were dug up. I'll take photographs somewhere, and my wife always claims there's an orb.
You like to say that it's lens flare, and there are times where it's lens flare, and there are times when it's not. Especially now with iPhones, how you can sort of go like this, and you can get it in
stretch it out
and get in closer and closer and closer. It's an orb when you can see a face in it.
So where have you seen? Did you see these orbs in real life or only in photos?
In photos. You don't ever see them with the naked eye. I can't say specifically I've seen any in my old house. I've seen them in pictures I've taken in cemeteries. I've seen them in some other... Get out of here. Oh my God.
There's an orb. It's
a fucking wiffle ball. Just wait till he experiences something, because... you have to admit this one. It was not too long after his mother passed away. The power in our house went out, and nobody else was without power. It wasn't like a transformer blew.
All right, come on.
I'm going behind you?
Yeah, you go in front.
I go in front. What the
All right, hold on.
Shh. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna show. We're just walking down here in the den. Hold on. Go over here. All right, come on. Shh. Not in that room. This one. Careful. Hold on, wait here. You hear that?
I don't hear anything.
Go ahead. Go on, look. Go ahead. Scary stuff. Is that the best scream you could do? You're not a screamer. Like some girls could really scream.
I'm not. It just sounds dirty.
Nah,
I'm not a screamer.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean it. See where she goes in the gutter.
Well, yeah. I'm a 12-year-old boy in my past life.
That was a pretty good scream, but...
Thank you.
You know what's really scary? Pancake breakfasts.
Wait, say that word again?
Pancake breakfasts.
Okay, I thought you said breakfast.
I think I did say breakfasts. You know what's really scary? Pancake breakfasts. Why can't they have bacon breakfasts? Or bacon and eggs breakfast?
I know a lot of people have a fear of clowns. Now, a lot of people just say they've seen, Poltergeist or It or one of these movies with clowns and it scares them. I had a legitimate experience. When I was about 6 years old. I was at a high school homecoming parade with my parents and some other family members. And someone was dressed as a clown and he came up to me and he said, "Hey, you're cute. I think I'll take you home with me." And he walked me away and all I could think of was, stranger danger. And I look and my family's like, "Goodbye, nice knowing you." They all thought it was funny. That's Elvis, it's not scary. I wonder if I imagined all of this. And when I was an adult, I found a picture of this clown with me. In the picture, I am bawling. And I looked at my mom, I showed her the picture, I said, "Look, I've had this memory for years and I'm not sure if it really happened or not." And I showed her the picture, she looked at it, she goes, "Yeah, that happened."
She's scared of vacuum cleaners, I'll tell you that.
Another thing that people are scared of, and luckily we sort of play off each other with it, I don't like anything with more than 4 legs. But what does he not like? Snakes.
And Halloween, I know they want to make Halloween on the weekend now, or pull it to Saturday. What do you think about that? I think that's all right. It doesn't matter, right? It
doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not, because I don't get home during trick-or-treat hours, I can't really pass out candy anyway, and...
You pass out, just not candy.
Exactly.
I think if they make the trick-or-treating on a Saturday, they should have it all day, not this 5 to 7. I would have it from start at 9 in the morning till midnight.
Okay, you really want to pass out candy that long?
Sure. And
you don't even want to buy a second bag in case we run out.
I bought 2 bags.
You bought one, I bought the second one.
I know, I was tapping into the one. Eating all the good stuff, giving out all the crap.
Giving out the Almond Joy.
Here's that Mounds.
You come to our house, you're getting Almond Joy.
Right here in the front room, my lovely wife.
Me.
Cop Marlow.
Noko.
My own personal Yoko.
Noko. I preemptively no-good you.
Scary stuff. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Happy Halloween.